This video is brought to you by Twix, because everything about this video ain't right.
Bet you didn't expect to see me here. We have a lot to talk about. As you guys have probably seen, a lot of shit has gone down since my last YouTube video. My last deleted YouTube video, I should say.
So, definitely right. Did not expect to see you here, but also, how could you collectively have 70 minutes of deflection and think you did something? That is astonishing to me. Now, before I get into this video, I want to put some disclaimers out there. One, I really want you to watch Natalia's video, and I'm also including both Kahlen and Mad's video down below because they have both shared their stories since I uploaded my most recent video about this situation. Also, for legal purposes, these three people, plus Mad's here, have decided to no longer speak on Anna Campbell publicly. Any post I referenced from them or anything like that was before they posted that tweet and made that statement. So, if any of you Anna Campbell fans try to use my video as some sort of like vindication for your goddess or whatever you want to like have her be considered as, this video is not for you, and I'm gonna have a lot of things to say that you're not gonna like. So I suggest you click away from this video because you're just gonna be irritated the whole time. But for everybody else, welcome. Let's get into the video. Hey, what is up, everybody? Yes, I returned to your phone, your computer, your TV, your tablet, your laptop. I don't know what you're watching me on or where you're watching me at right now, but welcome back. It's me, it's Malcolm, and today, I had time. Today, I got notes. Today, I got clips, and some, literally in like 20 seconds, it proves my point. I finally feel like we need to talk about Anna Campbell, hopefully, and I really do mean hopefully, for the last time. The last time I did talk about Anna Campbell, I referenced a video featuring Natalia, Taylor, and Kaylee, which is the We Are Survivors video. Now, since I posted my video talking about that video, Anna Campbell has actually posted 3 separate videos pretty much about this whole situation. It's not really a situation if there's proof, but Anna Campbell thinks she has a case, so I figured why not point out everything that's wrong and not really laugh at her, because I don't think it's like anybody's place to laugh at her, but I really do feel like it's right to point out some things that she pretty much tried to cover up, and pretty much she contradicts herself a lot, which you're about to see. And throughout the past, I want to say week or past couple days, it seems like these 3 women have like adapted what I like to call the Powerpuff Girls, and it seems like they've also like accepted that as well. Like they posted gifs and stuff about it. So if we're gonna keep that theme of the Powerpuff Girls going, Anna Campbell is not like a Mojo Jojo because actually people liked him for some reason. Anna Campbell's more like him.
This is a villain so evil, so sinister, so horribly vile, that even the utterance of his name strikes fear into the hearts of men. The only safe way to refer to this King of Darkness is simply him.
If that clip didn't scare you, I really don't know what did, but him was probably one of the most scariest cartoon characters if you really want to think about it. And like I said in my last video, Anna Campbell is actually pretty scary. So it kind of fits in that theme. So as the survivors seek their own justice, and speaking of justice, I will put Taylor's GoFundMe down below. So if you want to click on that, donate to that fund, feel free. So as these people are seeking their own justice, I just saw many, and like I watched many contradictions that Anna Campbell had in pretty much all of her videos. I just couldn't let it slide. Honestly, that's why we're here. My next video was supposed to be about James Charles and all that stuff, but I just couldn't let this slide anymore. I really had to talk about it and just get this off my chest. Like I said, hopefully this is the last time we talk about Anna for good, and hopefully like she doesn't post anymore, but that's not gonna happen. We all know that's not gonna happen. So Wishful thinking. But before we do anything, and I think this is what set me off kind of, I just want to show you a thumbnail. Yep, a thumbnail. This is Anna Campbell's thumbnail from the Dear Natalia Taylor video. Now, I don't know about you, or maybe I'm just overthinking, but to me, it looks like Anna's kind of smirking in a posed thumbnail photo. She really thought like she did something by like crossing her arms and posing and just doing a little smirk and writing the truth in like the bottom corner. And she's definitely smirking like she really thought she ate these videos up and like she did something. Spoiler alert, none of that happened. And just because I like y'all, I saved you 70 minutes of listening to Anna Campbell deflect. So, without further ado, let's just finally get into these 3 videos. Now, before I even start talking about these 3 videos, I just have to point it out if I haven't pointed it out already. The fact that Anna turned off the likes to dislikes and also turned off the comments, not just to silence people, because that's the only way she can silence people now, but just the fact that you're silencing the people that are supporting you kind of tells me everything I need to know about Anna Campbell if I haven't known it enough. You silence the negativity, but you also silence the people that are trying to support you and are really trying to go super hard for you on Twitter, literally making dedicated accounts try to debunk anything that Natalia, Taylor, Kaylee, Mads, and Kahlen had to say about you. And for any Anna Campbell fans out there, I'm gonna be real with y'all real quick. She's not going to pick you. Sorry, that's just the honest truth. Anna Campbell is not going to pick you. You might get one message where she thanks you for sticking up for her, but that's pretty much what you're probably all gonna get. She's never going to pick you. It's giving me pick me energy. Sorry, she's not gonna want you, but keep defending her, please. You do you. Now, the first video is titled like Not My Last Video or something like that. I'm gonna save you like so much time. Basically, the video is everybody's wrong, I'm a victim, and I'm going to sue everybody. That's not a joke, by the way. That's actually what the video is. Literally, the whole video is I contacted my lawyers, everybody's lying about me, I'm going to sue. I'm serious, that was the whole video. So we're just gonna move on to the next one. So the next video is actually Anna Campbell responding to one YouTuber by the name of Sloan. And I'm not very familiar with his work, but he did interview Natalia, Kaylee, and I think Taylor as well. I could be wrong. If I am, I'm sorry, but I do know that he did have contact with some of them. And pretty much, Anna focused on one thing, and that was literally the OnlyFans thing between her and Kaylee. And there's gonna be a theme, and you'll see what I mean by the end of this whole discussion. So pretty much, Anna said Kaylee was lying about the OnlyFans things and about being exploited and all that stuff. And what's so weird is that Anna really focused on this one thing, and I really do mean she really focused on this OnlyFans thing for 20-something minutes. I kid you not. To the point where I was literally watching and I was just waiting for her to like show some proof that like she did do anything wrong, but she never did, which is a theme. I'll get to it. Pretty much all of Anna's content on OnlyFans is faceless. Anything that had Kaylee featured Kaylee's whole body. Anna said that, you know, Kaylee, that's what Kaylee wanted. I just want to show a clip, and this has to deal with consent. Now, if you watch my videos, I've already talked about David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad and what consent is, pretty much. And at any point, you can take consent back, especially if you felt like pressured or anything like that. But I just want you to listen to how Anna says what she says. I'm not gonna preface it because I don't want to like have you thinking about it already. So I'm gonna play the clip, and I just want you to listen.
Also, while on this topic, before we move on, I do just want to say, if anybody wants to say that she was so drugged out on Xanax she couldn't give consent, that is so bull. When we would film content for OnlyFans, we would both be so barred out on Xanax because it made it easier for us to do. And Kaylee has said that multiple times before, so we were definitely both up, but we were both consciously aware of what we were doing, and we were awake enough to stay up after having sex and edit everything and sell it and get it all out to you guys.
Now, did you hear it? You probably didn't. Okay, let me explain. So, Anna says about the consent thing. Okay. We were both zooted out, but we were both fully conscious and aware. Think about it one more time. If you need to replay the clip, replay it, and then come back to this part. She says, we were both zooted out. Here's the thing. There is no way that Anna can tell how drugged up somebody else is. Nobody can. You can always say like, oh, I'm fine, da 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 da. So it's kind of, you can't just say, well, she was zooted out too, so like it makes it okay. And what's weird is Anna brought this point up herself. Nobody was really bringing up that part at all. She literally said, yeah, we were both drugged up, so we both knew what we were doing. Okay, I have nothing left to say about that clip. I played it for you. That's her own words. Use with it what you will. That's what I heard. Interesting. And it also seems like Anna has this theme where she like has partners on her OnlyFans all the time. Now, according to Anna, this is according to Anna, it's only been 3 people. It's been Kaylee, Taylor, and this person named Andy. And I think why Anna chose this OnlyFans thing to talk about, and it'll fit into the theme later, so keep remembering the stuff I'm talking about, okay? I think the reason why Anna uses OnlyFans thing as a talking point for pretty much all this video is because it's pretty much impossible to show anything OnlyFans on YouTube, and the only way to see if it's true or not is to actually pay for Anna's OnlyFans and see for yourself. Apparently, she said she deleted all the content between her and Kaylee, so even if you tried to look now, you wouldn't find it. Also, even if you did have the clips or the photos from Anna's OnlyFans, all OnlyFans content creators are actually protected by the DCMA, which is pretty much the Defense Contract Management Agency, which is pretty much like nobody's allowed to repost your stuff, and if they do, you can take legal action. So even if somebody had proof that, you know, Anna was exploiting Kaylee's body, legally nobody could show it, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, it is on Anna's OnlyFans and that's her content, and like she can legally take action if you repost her stuff. Again, we have a theme, so pay attention, you guys. We're getting there. Now, randomly throughout this video responding to Sloan or like whatever she was doing, she starts listing off all these nice things, or like all this stuff that she paid for Kaylee's birthday, or like things she did after Valentine's Day in the month of March and stuff like that. And it was just kind of like, I did this for her, I bought this, I bought that, I rented a hotel, I did this. And it's just like, it's giving me much look at what I'm doing for you energy. It's so weird. It feels so manipulative to just be like, but I did all this and this and this and this and this and this for you. Like, it feels like you're missing the main point, which is she felt exploited. We get to, for some reason, Anna brings up like all these receipts of her sending money to Kaylee, which is like, okay, you showed her that you sent her money, but it's like you're showing these gratuitous amounts that you sent to be like, look, I sent her money. See, I didn't exploit her, but we've already talked about it. And I've already talked about it with the David Dobrik situation. You can take consent back. So the fact that Anna's so upset, and I really don't get why she's upset, because A, you took the stuff down anyway, and B, she really chose this to be upset about. Nothing else to this point. Yes, there's another video we're about to talk about, but pretty much that was the whole second video. I saved you 23 minutes. You're welcome. Now this is a video you're gonna be very bombarded with clips, so just be wary of that. Also, I took a lot of notes, so if it looks like I'm looking at my screen a lot, I am. So just from the start of the video, right, I could just tell the tone of this video. I knew where it was going, and I just knew the next 27 minutes of this video was just gonna be what it was.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pissed. It is probably close to 4 in the morning, 3:37 in the morning, and I just came across an article. It has me very, very angry enough to make me get in the shower at 3 in the morning and film a video.
So, in that clip, she mentions that an article made her so upset, which is the insider article that she's talking about, by the way. Pretty much talks about this insider article, how it made her so upset, and just how she needs to take a shower right away, which, by the way, Anna, I don't know if you knew this, but nobody can smell you through a camera. I don't understand why you needed to make it known that you just took a shower to make a video, because nobody can smell you unless you have like this like 400k YouTube subscriber like bonus where your fans can smell you, which would be weird. And what's really important is that she said the article made her upset, not even the video. She said the article made me upset. She does mention the video, which is the We Are Survivors video in this video. Pretty much, the article made her upset, not the video, which is very, very interesting. Literally, I kid you not, 27 minutes of this video, which is all of it, by the way, is literally Anna going, "They're not the victim, I am. How dare all these people that didn't know each other, that have the same kind of stories about me, gang up on me." That middle part wasn't there. I just included that because that's really what it is. Everybody didn't know each other. But how convenient is it that all these people, I mentioned this in my last video, by the way, all these people have the same experience with you. I'm just saying, if you're the common denominator, you might be the problem. And it's literally half, or not even half, it's literally more than half this video. I want to say like 20 minutes of this video. It's not even Anna really addressing anything. It's literally trying to like destroy Natalia's character and just be like, let me tell you about these stories and this story and this story, just to show you that it's not just me. But here's the thing, Natalia is actually taking accountability for her parts in everything. But the fact that you won't and you're still deflecting even now kind of proves everyone's point. And what makes this even weird, and like you can find it, like it's the comment's still there, by the way. About 10 months ago, around the time I covered this whole stuff the first time, Natalia Taylor actually released a video about her drug addiction and her drug story. How convenient is it that I want to say a week later or 2 weeks later, Anna releases the same kind of video, but she like did it in 2 parts, 1 part, and Natalia actually commented on it and said, "Proud of you." Now, if I find the comment, which it's not that hard to find, but I'll post it up here if you really need it. 9 months ago, it seemed like Anna and Natalia were on good terms, right? But no, Anna kept like spewing these lies about Natalia, and Natalia actually kind of stayed quiet about it until really this year. So the fact that Anna conveniently leaves the part out where Natalia was actually like praising her a couple months ago, okay. And what really makes this weird and so kind of like disturbing is Anna actually called Natalia's video comical.
So another part of Ashley's video that I want to talk about is when she shows the picture of her body and she says, I don't mean to laugh, but I just don't understand how I could be blamed for this. Like, some of this video was just like very comedic. Like, I don't mean to be a but it was. It was very cult-like and very strange. Anyway.
Yeah, I really don't know what was so funny about your exes saying how you abuse them, but okay, Anna. Here's what's so trippy, and this is what I mean by when I say Anna Campbell contradicts herself a lot. You're about to see it right now. So, one of the stories that Anna talks about in her own video is about her and Natalia taking DMT. And the way Anna says it is like how DMT was so scary for her, right? I just got one question for you, Anna. is this you?
In details, her and I end up doing DMT together for the first time, and she absolutely loved it, and I thought it was one of the most terrifying experiences of my entire life. And what's happening here is your consciousness is starting to become altered. And what happens next, and this can be scary if you've never experienced it before, I personally love this feeling. And I will still say that till this day. To be looking at your friends and to not know that they are your friends, to not know that they are human, to not even know that there's a difference between a human and the table that's in front of you. But it's when you start to feel your body merge into the environment. It becomes so intense that you actually don't feel your body anymore.
Another thing I talked about when I covered this whole thing the first time was there was this three-way kissing photo between Anna, Natalia, and an underage fan.
Which I do take accountability for, and that never should have happened, but it just baffles me that, like, why isn't Ashley held to the same accountability? Like, in this Insider article, this is Insider, another speechless moment. It's Insider. If they don't see this whole situation, it's going to be portrayed so inaccurately, and that's just going to be so duh.
Before I even got to the rest of this clip, which you're about to see, I actually said in my head, well, Natalia actually took accountability for this, and she actually didn't run away from it like Anna did. But we're not going to talk about that right now. I was like, yeah, Natalia talked about this. I remember her tweeting about this. I remember talking about this in my first video. So I'm just very confused why Anna's bringing this up again. And then before I even finish that thought, which I just finished now, Anna actually says this.
No, I just find it like another ironic moment that she's coming at me for something that she literally did. And she did take accountability by tweeting one tweet and saying something along the lines of, like, I was there, I take responsibility, or some like that. And then she never spoke about it again, and I continued to get attacked for it for, like, what, 10 months now?
Whenever somebody else addresses anything, Anna, it's like, oh, it's BS. Okay, that's like master deflection right there, but you're not very good at it. You're actually very trash at it, and it's very obvious. But just the fact that you really tried to downplay Natalia, saying, yeah, I'm not running away from this. I take full accountability for this, and I was right there. Yes, it happened. And you know what's funny? Natalia Taylor's grown. Anna, you stay pretty much as the same person, but I'm not really attacking you. That's just an observation from someone that doesn't even know you. But looking at your videos and just looking at the way you act, and just from all these people's stories, you have not changed. Natalia Taylor has changed. That's when someone is accountable for their actions and wants to grow as a person. Maybe you should try it. And maybe delete your YouTube account. We're not gonna talk about that right now. Now, when I say Anna plays the victim, I'm not being hyperbole. I'm not BSing you with that statement. She literally plays the victim and then tries to make excuses for her behavior by making a general statement. If you really think I'm BSing, I'm gonna play this clip. You know what? I was gonna preface it for you, but I'm just gonna play the clip, and I just want you to hear her say it herself.
Everyone up and makes mistakes in relationships. The only difference is mine got recorded and blasted all over the internet for hundreds of thousands of people to see and listen to, which makes me an easy target to be an abuser. And I admit, I have abusive behaviors, I have toxic behaviors, but so does everybody else. Why is it so hard for people to see that? I don't know, I'll just keep saying that there's two sides to every story, because I think this video has already shown that, and we haven't even got to Taylor yet.
Now, we just talked about Gabby Hanna this past week, right? Remember, I've already talked about this in that Gabby Hanna video. It's always, I guess I did wrong, but like, if you truly took accountability, right? You wouldn't say things like, well, everybody else is like that. That's not taking accountability. That's deflecting. And guess what, Anna? Not everyone is like that. I don't know if you missed the memo or you just like playing the victim card a lot, but not everyone is like that. So throwing general statements out there that really have no merit is kind of manipulative, honestly, but that's just me. And then we get to the sexting thing, which Anna had to read verbatim from, I guess, the article or whatever. I think Anna's very confused about what sexting is. So, just so we're all clear, I'm going to read the Oxford Dictionary meaning of the word sexting. All right, so the definition of sexting is the action or practice of sending sexually explicit photographs or messages via mobile phone. That's it. That is the definition of sexting. I kid you not, and I really kid you not. Anna Campbell contradicts herself almost immediately. Now, in my first video, which was almost a year ago, I mentioned that Anna had a group chat where she was unsure of people's ages, but she would still send like provocative photos, asking if it was okay to post on her Instagram and stuff like that. I gotta say to that, and I wish I said it in my first video, if you were unsure of how old people were, why would you send anything in the first place? She's also gone into other group chats that were dedicated to her, and honestly, it just did not make a better case for her.
She was texting with minors while in a relationship with me and began sexting with minors, some as young as 12 years old. First of all, I have never sexted a minor in my entire life, let alone a 12-year-old, let alone texting a 12-year-old. You think I'm just having a casual conversation with a 12-year-old? Do 12-year-olds even have phones? I don't get it, but this article, yeah, it pissed me off. I have admitted and talked about many times before how I've made stupid mistakes, such as sending sexual jokes in multiple different group chats that had, I don't know how many people, a lot of people with a variety of ages. However, to say that I was sexting minors, some as young as 12 years old, this is quoted and written in an article.
Now listen to how Anna says it. Definition: just sending a photo or video that is sexually explicit is sexting. So Anna's definition of sexting is you need to have intent behind it. Sexting is literally sending a sexual photo or video via phone. That's it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And you know what's funny? Anna says it was just sex jokes, right? It wasn't just sex jokes. Anna talked about so much more, which we're about to get into in like a few minutes. But I just want to show some photos here and there. Anna talked about so much more. She would participate in a group chat that really didn't say any sexual jokes. They would send porn gifs and images like that, which again is sexting. Something that really I feel was like beyond the line, like this is the line. Anna Campbell went that way and she just shot straight up to the moon. Natalia Taylor tweeted this a couple days ago. Obviously, before she said she would never speak with Anna Campbell again. Don't use that Anna Campbell fence because I knew you would try to. I'm gonna show you the tweet, but the only real thing I really want to focus on is the first line. So the tweet reads, "More things Anna did that I never shared. Went into extreme detail describing our sex life to minors without my knowledge." I'm coming back to that. "Glorified and encouraged suicide pacts. Harassed me for 4 years while I stayed silent. Created rumors that I wanted to leave Zach for her." I want to go back to the first part because when I saw that first line, I lost it. First of all, I don't care even if I did know these people. What you're not about to do is talk about our sex life to anybody. Point blank, period. And just the fact that Anna really described her and Natalia's sex life to minors. I was about to say some words that haven't even been invented yet. I caught myself. Who are you to talk about anything in the bedroom to someone without your partner's knowledge, for one, and two, you're talking about it to minors, and three, you shouldn't be talking about it to anyone at all. Period. End of story. So I'm sorry. Like, you know what? I caught myself. We're just gonna move on. Now, another thing Anna conveniently forgets, by the way, she conveniently forgot a lot of things that she was being accused of and exposed for. But, of course, we're gonna talk about that anyway right now. Another thing Anna conveniently forgets to address is the multiple times she has brought drugs or alcohol to minors. One being Playlist Live. I've already talked about this in my last video. Not my last video, but my first video about this. And she knew it was wrong because she would make sure that the minors that she gave stuff to did not take any pictures with it. As you can see here, this is from Mad's Twitter, so please go follow Mads on Twitter if you really need more information. And there is something I'm gonna talk about in like a few seconds or like a couple minutes that I feel uncomfortable showing on here, but it's on her Twitter, so if you want to go look at that, feel free. I think it's also weird that in 2012, Anna would make pedo jokes about, oh my god, why does this kid have to be 16? I don't know who this kid is, but just the fact that Anna being 19 at the time, and a lot of people are trying to say, oh, well, it's a 3-year gap, it's really not that different. Those jokes are not okay now. They were not okay back then. And going back to Matt's Twitter, there is a post on her Twitter from when Anna took post photos with a minor, and some are sexually suggestive. Not super suggestive, obviously. I couldn't fathom if she like went all the way with some photos, but they are sexually suggestive. And the fact that as an adult, you should have been like, nah, can't do any photos like that, but we can just do like the Christian side hug or like things like that. Anna didn't do any of that. She was just kind of like, okay, let's take these pictures. And it's so mind-blowing to me because as an adult, you should have been like, no, we're not taking pictures like that. You're not bending me over. You're not doing any of that stuff. We're not doing that. And we're finally at the theme. And pay attention when I say this, because you're gonna be like, wow, I never picked that up if you haven't picked it up yet. What's so weird about these videos is that not even just this one, but all of them, right? Anything with video or photo evidence, Anna completely ignored it. And when she was about to talk about Taylor, she gives us this. And I just want to read that last part. She says, pretend there's an outro, LOL. I just want to know what's so damn funny. And here's the thing. Anna only focused on this Insider article and Natalia's video. She completely ignored Colin Berry's video and Mad's video. And in Mad's video, her story is basically saying how Anna would love bomb her anytime she would bring up how Anna was hurting her. And if you don't know what love bombing is, it's a manipulative tactic where somebody will just like give you endless affirmations and just tell you how much they love you just so you can ignore the things that they are doing to hurt you. In Colin's video, which by the way, Colin, thank you for the shout out from your video. Colin's video was basically about all the gaslighting and the two-faced antics that Anna Campbell did. Here's the main point, and I'm about to say it, you're about to be like, wow, okay. This is my second point of this whole thing. Anna talked about anything that was a he said, she did moment, okay? I already said it. Anything that had video or photo evidence, Anna could not, she just magically didn't want to talk about that part. That was such an observation. That was an observation I personally had. It was just like, okay, you're just not going to address any of the videos, any of the photos. Just kind of say, well, let me tell you about this story that nobody can prove except me and the person that was there. Very manipulative. Very, very manipulative. You pick things that you know will just be up in the air if you throw it up in the air, because at the end of the day, the only people that can prove what happened were the people that was there. So I find it funny, Anna, that you conveniently forget to address any videos or any photos in Natalia's We Are Survivors video. Conveniently forget it, but you did watch the video. You showed that you did. So I just found that super interesting. Now, some people have actually come out in defense of the survivors and against Anna. Not limited to, but including Jessie Smiles, who is literally going through her own fight as well. Tana Mojo, which, I want to say this right now, this does not absolve Tana Mojo of everything, or anything for that matter, but just the fact that Tana really said something about the situation, even though she didn't name Anna directly. Interesting. And someone I had no knowledge of, her name is Andrea Russet, but she's pretty big. And the more all of these survivors of Anna's story are getting out there, the more people are just knowing what's going on. And that's all we can really hope for in the end. But just the fact that Anna really sees all this stuff against her, all these people saying the same thing about her, and she really doesn't want to look in the mirror and say, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm the problem. And she's just going on this tirade of, well, you didn't see what they did to me kind of mentality, painting herself as the victim when she's clearly not, is baffling to me. And we just went through this with another creator in Gabby Hanna. Just the I am a victim mentality, everybody else is ganging up on me mentality. When are you gonna wake up and realize that you're the problem? Maybe you won't, I don't know. That was literally a lot of notes I just read through. Some I can remember verbatim what I said, and things I was just like in the moment when I was watching these videos. So this is me just freelancing now, and I'm just giving you my final thoughts. Do I think Anna Campbell will stop? No, just being honest. She will never stop. She's just like Gabby Hanna. She really wants to be right when she's clearly wrong in the situation. Do I think there are more people that are gonna come out? Absolutely. The more that people see other people are strong enough to realize, hey, I'm not alone, they're going to speak up. There was actually a Facebook post that I forgot to mention, and I'm gonna have a tough time finding it while I'm editing, but if I do find it, post it in the description below. But apparently Anna Campbell's been this way for years. This isn't just like, it's just these three women. It's literally like a whole timeline, different people, different events, same outcome. But Anna's not the problem. I'm talking to Anna's fans right now. Anna's not the problem. And if you made it this far, I don't know how you did, but I'm pretty sure you hit the dislike button by now. I really don't care at all. So congrats. And I guess what's next? I don't know. I kind of hope Anna takes a break and actually has some self-reflection and just fully takes accountability for her actions one day, which she won't. Do I feel bad for Anna? No. She did it to herself, just being honest. And honestly, that's all I have for y'all today. That's really all I had to say. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. I actually was not planning on making this video until a couple days from now because I wanted to do the James Charles thing first. But honestly, that can wait because I still need some time for that. But this, I could not let slide. I saved you about 70 minutes of looking at Anna's videos. I pretty much gave you the breakdown of every video, pretty much. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. Once again, it is Malcolm. That's me. I have a lovely subscription button up here. I also have 2 other videos over there for your own free time. If you are a survivor, it is not your fault. I will keep saying this as many times as I need to. It is not your fault. I wish you all well. I wish you all good health. And I will see you again next time.